I bought my first house at age 26, and I want to talk about whether I regret that decision or not. Now, for context, I'm actually in Dublin and I bought the house last year. The market was very high, it still probably is. But the other thing that people also pointed out was the fact that I'm very young and a long term mortgage might actually anchor me down to this city. But after being in this house for several months and reviewing my financials, I actually want to say that I don't regret it one bit, and here's why. The first reason is that this house has already allowed me to earn tax free income each month. So instead of taking on the entire housing monthly overhead by myself, I actually use a scheme called Rent a Room Relief Scheme, which lets me earn about 1,100 a month, total about 14,000 per year, by renting out a room in my own home. This is probably one of the best tax loopholes we have in Ireland, and this helps me a lot because it actually lowers my monthly overhead expenses by a lot. Now, the second reason is that it actually helps me build my net worth and also build equity very early in my life. Instead of burning my money by putting it towards rent on very sky high prices, I actually think it's much better to use that money to build home equity long term. Now, I know there are people who prefer to rent over having a mortgage, but again, like I said, I have a housing hack of 1,100 a month that lets me earn that money completely tax free. My mortgage per month is almost negligible. In fact, if you actually look at my net worth tracker, my home equity is sitting at about 23% already. So the housing cost that I have is working for me instead of working against me. The third reason is that this house actually is a stepping stone towards my FIRE movement. I actually have said before that I want to retire early by age 45, and this house isn't an anchor, it's actually a launch pad to be able to do that. Keeping my housing expenses this low every single month allows me to save and invest very aggressively. And mathematically speaking, I'm well on track to be able to retire by age 45 with about 1.1 million euros already. So let me know in the comments below whether you'd ever consider buying a house this early to be able to build your wealth long term.